So we have the big capex number, we have so much push for manufacturing. How are you looking at the budget?
No, huge. I just spoke about this. I think one of the key highlights of the budget is the renewed focus on manufacturing, and a serious one. And why I say this is because of the importance and the multiplier effect manufacturing has on our growth, on job creation, and on many other economic benefits, and also in also sustainability, self-reliance, and all of that, balance of current account deficit correction. So I think very important that huge focus has come on manufacturing, and MSMEs will get a lot of boost through this. So I mean, the middle income group will get a lot of benefits accruing out of this, in addition to country being able to become self-reliant.
Do you see anything in it for consumption?
No, absolutely. So once you create more jobs, the more people get employed, or quality of jobs becomes better. So more disposable income is there in the hands of youngsters. So they consume more, and then starts a virtuous cycle of growth. Once you consume more, companies will start producing more. They produce more, they hire more, right? So a virtuous cycle should start. So I hope this will happen, and I'm sure in some of the sectors I can see a huge traction already. And if you look at the economy already, it is growing at a very good pace, about 7-8 percentage points it's growing. It's expected to grow even next year at 7%. This year we might end up at about 7.4. Next year it's expected to be about 7%. Inflation is very much within the control. You look at the rating agencies have upped India's rating. That's another very good takeaway. The India-EU FTA, that's a big one. And that's a big one because that connects a huge 1/4 of global GDP. About $24 trillion is the combined GDP of these two blocks, if you add India with Europe, and 2 billion people. So that's the kind of a corridor we can build together between these two, so which can be a very big takeaway for India, which will also help India to improve quality standards and export to markets where we could not export enough.
And how's the automotive sector looking like?
So automotive is almost 45% of manufacturing. So almost half of manufacturing. So when manufacturing does well, automotive sector automatically does well. So in any case, automotive sector will have a huge role to play because connectivity, logistics will demand more. So it gets a pent up, it gets a demand from all the economic activities. So automotive sector is directly linked with the economic activity.
And how are you seeing demand playing out for Volvo? How is it?
So the demand has been very good for the automotive industry. If you look at calendar year 25 versus calendar year 24, I think the whole automotive industry has grown by about 5 percentage points at a very large base. In fact, commercial vehicles in quarter 3, which is last quarter, September to December quarter, has had the highest ever numbers. Almost about 2.9 lakh commercial vehicles were sold during that period.
But sir, do you see this momentum sustaining, the post-GST momentum, the post-GST cut?
Well, I mean, there are genuine demand drivers. There is pent up demand in some sectors. Okay, so when the economy does well, when manufacturing does well, there will be need for more trucks, more logistics to happen. So obviously demand will grow. When agriculture does well, the rural economy does very well. Agriculture is doing reasonably well, right? That's why you see the two-wheeler sales, entry-level car sales. I mean, I think all of them at a very large base, clocking between 3 to 7% growth in the last year.
Do you think it gives a push to electrification as well? There's that scheme on rare matters, some states have been identified.
Yeah, I mean, EV is a different thing altogether. I mean, in the sense that it has to happen, it is happening, it is a journey. EV adaptation takes time, will take time because there are many actors involved. EV is not just you and I. EV means the vehicle manufacturer, the user, the fuel supplier, the clean fuel supplier, the clean fuel dispensing station, the regulatory system. You might need some government support, regulation support. So all of these various 4 or 5 actors have to collaborate to be able to make EV adaptation and transition to cleaner fuels a reality.
What about electrification in CVs, not just passenger vehicles?
Yeah, so it's happening. As we speak, Volvo Group is the largest player when it comes to heavy duty trucks globally in Europe. Of course, we believe that when it comes to trucks, there are 3 or 4 pathways that will happen. It will be battery electric, it will be hydrogen fuel cell electric, not only battery electric, hydrogen fuel cell electric. Then it could also be hydrogen fired directly into an IC engine as a different clean fuel, or LNG, or so there will be many 3 or 4 different pathways. Basically, non-fossil fuels is going to be the way for heavy commercial vehicles.
But which one are you most excited about of the 4 that you listed?
Both, I think electric and hydrogen.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.